Hey everybody, I'm Nobody. Hey, we still have a lot of confusion with what's going on in Iran, and if you've listened to me before, you know I'm not happy about how we went into Iran, and it just seemed like we weren't on the same page with our objectives and what we actually wanted to achieve. Initial intentions of not going into a protracted war, and we were going to do it different, and it wasn't going to be like all the stupid presidents before us, and we were going to do this right. Part of our confusion, I think, is the idiotic social media site that our president is putting official communications out on. He tells everybody that the war is over. Well, the war's not over. Well, in 2 weeks, it'll be over. It's not gonna. There will be no boots on the ground. Well, there'll be some boots on the ground. The war is over. Well, they shot down a couple of our aircraft, so the war is not over right now. But we'll blow them up some more, and then the war will be over, and then the war is over. We've declared victory. Well, they closed the strait. Well, we got to blow them up some more. So a lot of confusion about, is the strait open or isn't it? We closed their ports. The strait's open now for but well, the strait's closed now. So this is just a lot of frustration, and I think it's because Donald Trump feels like he's got to be the center of attention and all that's going on with the war and with his bone spurs and all. He seems to think he's a military genius, but he really doesn't understand operational or the strategic aspects of anything related to war. So the solution is to get Donald Trump's face off the screen. Back in the Gulf War one, we had Stormin Norman Schwarzkopf, who took the lead, and he was kind of the face of the war. And then Gulf War two, we had Tommy Franks, and I just don't recall Presidents Bush and his son being the center focus on every aspect of the war. That's why we have these people, and that's why they're in charge with their 40 plus years of experience. And we really should be using them to communicate. And I think we'd have a lot of more economic stability, unless maybe that's what we don't want. But I certainly think having our military leaders as the face of the war certainly would help.